Okay, next. This one should be interesting. Oh, they put the price on the back because this again was a really good buy. Let's hope the quality's decent. I don't think it's top quality, but hey, the price is right for Dave Porter into a real thing on Stax. So this is my first Dave Porter album. I actually don't have any solo stuff by him. After he parted ways with Isaac Hayes as a writing duo for Stax and started doing his own stuff. This felt like a, I don't know, is it a gatefold? Well, I think it is a gatefold, but you can see the price on the back. They've put it on the back this time. So again, you know, really, really decent price, eh? Looks in pretty good nick. There's only a little bit of ring wear. And this has definitely got to be early 70s. I can't actually remember the year. It might be 71 or something like that. Does it say? Looking around. It doesn't even say. Well, anyway. Pretty sure it's damn early 70s. It's good stuff. Some soul stuff on Enterprise Records, which is a subsidiary, I should say, of Stax. All right, next one. This one's a nice oddity that I got again at a really good price. Saved a lot of cash by getting through these guys. And this is the Space Cadets, which you could say is like part of the P-Funk universe. I wouldn't say quite a spin-off, but it is around the time that they're starting to break away from each other a little bit more. And there's more troubles with the P-Funk empire in the early 80s, 1980, 91. This one has Bernie Worrell on, and you wouldn't even be able to tell from the cover. That's why it's P-Funk spin-off. Space Cadets. In fact, you can see Mr. Worrell right there. The other link is this has got Kevin Goines on, who was Glenn Goines' brother. Glenn Goines was in Parliament, funked out for a little while before he unfortunately died at a very young age in about 1979, I think. 78, 79. So there is that link as well. There's Kevin Goines on vocals. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. You know, it's not essential again. It's kind of upbeat, you know, early 80s P-Funk. But there's, you know, some nice sounds in there, some nice grooves. And I got it at a really decent price. I don't think they showed the price. But yeah, I think it was like $14 Australian plus post. Something like that. Okay. Next, back to some Charles Earland, and this one's with An Odyssey, but they just, you know, highlighted Charles Earland. This is Revelation, one of the only 70s ones of his I don't have, plus the main one. There's a couple I don't have, but yeah, love my Charles Earland. This is a bit late, it's about 77. So there's a bit more synthesizers in the mix. Not totally mainstream, but more sort of getting clubby and stuff, and less of just the prestige organ grindy sort of sound from the early 70s. But still some funky soul-y stuff there. What are you doing, camera? There we go. So let's look down. It's going to give me a year. There you go, 77. But yeah, been after that one kind of, you know, it's been on the list for a while. Not a totally essential, but yeah, that'd be pretty cool to have. And now I got it. Did have to pay a little bit for that one. So it must be still popular. Now this one definitely is a popular record and hard to score. Usually hard to score cheap and expensive. And I got it for a decent price and at a discount as well. That's Kelly Patterson's Kelly, which is really getting to more of a commercial product after her Black Jazz first LP, which is very sort of spiritual, jazzy, vocal stuff. This one's, yeah, stepping into commercial. But it is a nice album in it. It's highly sought after. Hello, Kelly. Yeah, so this is about 1975, I think. And she does a cover of Barry White's I'm Gonna Love You Just a Little Bit More, Baby. Yeah, there you go. Which kicks off the album. So you can see even that, by doing that, that's more of a, mainstream song. We've got a version of Mr. Magic there as well with lyrics, which is great. But look, you can see what I mean. She's got some soul like Stop, Look and Listen to Your Heart and that sort of stuff. This was on Shady Brook Records originally. It's there. So, yeah, it's good to have this sort of the gem in my collection. Now, we're really going to go obscure here, completely the opposite direction of all this stuff. This is one of these albums that's gained a lot of fame in past years after the band, is long gone. Well, yeah, I suppose long gone. And this is more psych, sort of psych, rock psych. But it is a cracking LP. I did listen and people rave on about it, and I can see why. It is a long lost gem. It is Gandalf's album. Here, it's self-titled, I believe. It's just self-titled. They've only just recently reissued this as well to great hype. But again, look at the price. That's great price for this. Again, it's in sort of the B condition. So, excellent minus or whatever. But the cover looks cracking. It's cracking. So this is like late 60s, maybe even 1970. I think it's, let's have a look. It's going to give me any indication. No, it's not. But anyway, I must admit, for something different for psych stuff, I don't mind some. This is actually, yeah, going to be a great listen. I'm really looking forward to hearing this on vinyl. And hearing what the quality's like. Because again, it's a very well sought after record. Usually goes for really high prices, and I didn't pay a really, really high price. I know it depends on the pressing, but hey, that looks, the cover in that in great condition. So it's nice to have something a bit different. Cracking along, we've got some Jimmy Smith Plain Talk. Now, this is not the original. I like the original cover better, with the woman on. But again, I couldn't get past that price to get the same music. So I can deal with the later weird cover, which is very weird because this was a Blue Note, I believe, and that's originally, and that's on a weird. Even the first cover was really weird. This is probably not a Blue Note pressing. It's a later pressing. I'm not sure who's doing it. They've got Liberty Records there. Applause. Okay, so it's an Applause. But yeah. It might be once Liberty bought out Blue Note. So that's probably the link there. But anyway, this is Jimmy Smith stuff without the sort of orchestration stuff that what's his name put on there, Nelson or whatever, later, in the mid 60s, which I don't like really that much. This is more your organy cooker stuff. And if you look at the lineup there, great lineup. Blue Mitchell, Jackie McLean, Ike Quebec. All right. And then we've got Warren and Bailey, I think often played with Smith anyway, in the earlier days. So I do have a lot of Jimmy Smith, but this is still a cracker, and for the price and the condition, even its later issue looks really good. So crack on. All right. Next. Well, I forgot I bought this because I was actually looking at this since the buy and I forgot that I had it. So I'm glad I've seen because it's a Bill Evans Montreux 2 on CTI. Again, the oddity that it's on CTI, it says 1970, but I believe it was released nearer the mid 70s, like 75, possibly 74. But and it's not an electric affair CTI, but it is Bill Evans. And this one again, even though this is a good price for this album, for some reason this one, Chet Baker one on CTI, the Jim Hall one I got last time, all still go for big prices. And the good news is it's gatefold. So I wanted to get the gatefold one. I don't care about the Obi thing, but it has the Obi, but I don't really care as long as it's in gatefold. Obi means obviously Japanese pressing. And you can see there, look, it's just a trio. So nothing electric here. I'm pretty sure safe bet to say Eddie Gomez was not playing electric bass. He was probably playing acoustic in 1970 with Bill Evans, which would suit more for the period. But yeah, look, one for the collection, for the beat up the CTI, and at a decent price. It's hard to get this at a lower price. Well, I've found in my experience. All right, yeah, it looks nice and clean, doesn't it? Nice and clean Japanese press and gatefold, which I won't open. Next one. Now, I don't have any of this gentleman, well, until now, solo stuff that's been on my lists. Sometimes it's hard to get. Also hard to get at a decent price because of his fame with the Headhunters and everything else. Benny Maupin, Moonscapes from the 70s. Again, not a bad price. That's why. Not a bad price indeed. And again, with a bit of discount, even better. And without the GST. So, again, probably the very good minus sort of spectrum. They put it on B, but it's probably very conservative. The cover looks cracking. And this one's late 70s, probably about 78, possibly 77. I think it's a bit later. I think he had a one or two maybe before this one I don't have yet. Pat Gleason's on production. He worked with Herbie Hancock. And just trying to see if there's anybody. Harvey Mason, there we go. Harvey Mason. Well, usually can't go wrong with Harvey Mason. Usually. Does it have a yeah? I'll be right down the bottom there. So little. It's going to show 78. It says, believe me, it says 78. I think. Yep, 78. All right. Won't dwell any more on that. That'll be great. Really looking forward to that. Next, this is another one that usually costs an arm and a leg. Well, a fair bit. And again, I got this at a really good price. Probably again because it's a Japanese pressing. Sonny Rollins, Alfie soundtrack. Now that might sound really weird, but being a soundtrack, but the tracks are great. It's just a great record. Forget the soundtrack thing. Forget your Michael Caine. That's the best you're going to get from me, by the way, with Michael Caine. But yeah, that is a really good price. And in fact, they've actually got it better than a B on here. They've got A, B. So that's even better. So this feels gatefold as well. It's got an Obi. Yeah, it's got a bit of foxing, but you're going to get that with the white cover. It's on Impulse. Yeah, it's a Japanese pressing. Hey, more the better because I think it's going to be fantastic. So yeah, looking forward to that. Because again, it's hard to get that at a decent price, in decent condition. Cracking along. All right, we're going to go with more Hendrix here. One of the only ones I don't have. I've got most of his other stuff and even the posthumous. So this is far from essential as a posthumous LP, but it's like an early posthumous one. War Heroes, and got it because there's some tracks that I don't have on other LPs. Some yes, some no. So look, it's still legitimate Hendrix recordings, and by the line notes there, they're saying it's with got some Mitch Mitchell the whole time on drums, and then sometimes Billy Cox on bass, sometimes Noel Redding. So it is, looks like it's legitimate of the era. But again, look at that price. Come on. Look at that. And look at the cover. It looks in great condition. How can you go past that cover, eh? Probably not after too much more Hendrix, to be honest. I've got a fair bit now. And that's making a good satisfied sort of plugging up of a tiny little gap in my collection. But again, not essential. Nice price. This one, next one. Again, a little bit left of center here. I've been after this one for a while. Again, booked because of price and necessity. I didn't want to pay a heap. It's not totally high on my list, but I just wanted to get it. Because I've got this gentleman's second LP. And this is his first solo. And it was a great price compared to even the reissues. And Sid Barrett's The Madcap Laughs. So this is after we won't go into it, whatever happened to him, wigged out. Got help from Dave Gilmour and some of the other Pink Floyd lads to get this done. I think Dave Gilmour might have produced this one and really try to piece together things. But I've got his second LP, and Barrett, and I quite like it. It's quirky, kooky stuff, stripped down. But again, look at that. They've said that's in excellent condition. So to get anything Pink Floyd related in excellent condition, you can see look, the cover's fantastic. It's fantastic. Even if this is a non-original one, as you can see, it's a reissue, but it looks like it's in fantastic condition. I'd love to open up the gatefold for you, but I'm not going to spend the time on that. And it looks like it's still in some shrinky, which I'll be getting rid of. All right, let's crack on, because this is already going long enough. Now, next one up. Well, this is a mid-70s work from a fantastic artist who just did not get his dues. Got overshadowed by Al Green. There's a whole story behind it. But this is Syl Johnson with Total Explosion. I think this is 1975. Again, his stuff usually goes for a lot of money. This was not that expensive, I think. I can't even remember how much. There might be a price on the back. No. I'm pretty sure this is 1975. There's some nice mid-tempo sort of soul, funky soul. It is very much in the vein of Al Green in a way. If you want a comparison, very much like in that High Records sound. And look there, he's probably even pigeonholed himself even more by doing a cover of Al Green's "Take Me to the River," which is interesting. Probably doesn't help him at the time differentiate himself from Al Green, as you might think he'd try to. But yeah, there's great music on here. I believe it's you can see the players there. You might recognise some of those players from that era and from High Records. And there, look, Willie Mitchell is on production. I'm just going to check down here. Just argument's sake. There we go, 1975, High Records, yeah. originally, and this is a Japanese one. You can see there because it says King Records 1976, but that's okay by me because it's nice and pretty crispy looking. But it's nice to have some more Syl Johnson and some later stuff, but where he's still, nice and soulful. All right, now third in the run of Pucho. This one is Big Stick again, probably not one of the most known ones. I think this one comes just before Dateline. I might be incorrect. I think this is about 1968. But again, some Latin soul, funky jazz influence in here. We've got Neil Craig now on board. Is there any? Bivens is there, and I don't see the Pezant brothers. Okay. But again, I've heard this is some, it's a bit of a mix of stuff in here. Can't quite see the label under there, but I'm going to guess it's about 1960, it's probably 67, 68. I think it's just before the Dateline one. So there's going to be great value on there. I have heard it. There's some really good value on there. I'm really beefing up my Pucho. Here we go. Still cracking on. Well, I'm really beefing up these guys. And again, I forgot I had this ordered. I was looking at this the other day, so I'm glad I didn't buy it anywhere else. I forgot I got Green River. Credence. Look, I don't know. I'm just beefing up on their stuff at the moment. Again, their stuff is usually really pretty expensive. And I'm playing the stuff and just loving it. Classic swamp rock, whatever you want to call it. Green River, this is either their second or third LP, I believe. Probably about 68, 69. I was going to say there. There we go. It's got Bad Moon Rising. There's the big one for that LP. So I'm not seeing a year, but probably, what's that? I'm going to guess 68, possibly 69. And is that a gatefold? I do believe that is a gatefold. Lovely. And again, it's pretty inexpensive. All right, we're cracking on. 2 more to go. And this one got for a really nice price again, going back even further with Rolling Stones Aftermath. However you want to say it. Nice old school stuff again. Pretty decent price there for, looks like a nice condition. Japanese pressing on, well, it's saying London Records, but I wonder if it's through King or something, probably something like that. But anyway, and we got With Mother's Little Helper, great song. Which is probably the biggest one known, and maybe Lady Jane. But yeah, nice early stuff. What year they got on there? 66. Yeah. So nice early years. Stones. Still with Brian Jones. See what I did there? Yeah, so nice to get that at a decent price, and looks like great condition. And lastly, we'll sneak this one in. This is a cracker. The Watts 103rd Street Rhythm Band. Together. This is a great album. This is the one I paid the most. For good reason. You'll see it doesn't say Charles Wright, and he is in there. I think that's in there. But yeah, this is a cracker. Late 60s, like 68, 69 or something like that. Funky, groovy stuff. A lot of tracks too. Some are covers, but done really cool. I think there's some James Brown in there. Yep, that Papa got a brand new bag. Knock on Wood there as a cover. So, yeah, lots of covers, but cracking. But anyway, that's the big haul. Thanks for your time. See you later.